Welcome to Backyard Plinking. My name is Charles. It's a nice summer day here in the state of Florida. The sun's shining, the honeybees are back in the tree buzzing, the mowers are mowing. Yeah, I did talk to a lady the other day. She said, "Oh, it's so nice. I love like the springtime when the leaves are starting to come out and the flowers are starting to bloom." Should have been here at Christmas. It was 81. They were doing it then. The only other thing I like is the fall of the year when the leaves change colors and stuff like that. Not here. It's either green or brown. It's alive or dead. That's it. We got two choices. So, yeah. Moving on. Anyway, we have a little CO2 from Daisy. The 408. Now, you'll start to see some of these show up on the shelf. They're kind of new, but they've been available for a little while, but you'll start to see some of these things show up now. Usually I'll start out with a few shots, but just so happened I got ready to go and CO2 was empty. If you look right here on the side, there's a little tab. Pop the tab, opens the hole. There's a button, drops down. Super easy to put the CO2 cartridge in. I got a little dab of oil on this thing, so the thing about this one is the fact that you have to push the base in and then drop it, and then you'll push up. I mean, it's a tight fit. Squeeze the lever closed. Pop our cover back into place. We're ready. This one uses 8-shot magazines. That was BB. This one's pellet, or vice versa. A couple of shuts off of this thing real quick. It's out. Take that one out. So, to get it to breach down, there's a little push button here. It's on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. Push it down, opens that up. That's where the magazine will go in. It is fixed sight, front and rear. They are dotted, so once you take it out of the package, you will be able to see what you're looking at. Here's the only thing about this is a personal thing. Here's the safety. So it's kind of spring loaded. You push back, push down. All right, now it's on safe. To get it to go to fire, you have to pull that little spring tension back and then lift up on it. Now, if you're right-handed, you've got to physically reach over and do that, which is fine as long as you're safety conscious. Here's the thing. The easier you make it for people to do, the more often they're going to do it. If you make it where it's a struggle, or it's something out of the norm, that's going to be a little tough. If you shoot it left, not that big a deal. Up and down. So we'll shoot this one left-handed just to make sure I get the safety set every time. It's a pet peeve thing, but I mean, it's worth pointing out. Always be safe no matter what you're doing. See, left-handed is nothing to it. So, the little magazines themselves. There's a little indention, like a little spoke, a little spire. It's on one side. That is going to go towards the firing position. It's easy enough. It's all in the directions. But you can, if you wanted, with these in particular, because this has a rifle barrel, you could have a pellet, a BB, a pellet, a BB, a pellet, a BB, a pellet, a BB, and do that with either one of them. They can all be BB, they can all be pellet. Doesn't really matter with this thing. It advertises at about 485 feet per second. Well, that's what they say, I know, and I've got hundreds of things from people saying, well, why don't you get you a chronograph and let's find out. Well, it's coming. It's in the works. It'll be here before you know it. Now, this one, it just kind of depends. You might find one of these things laying around for $49 or $59. You know, it just kind of depends on where you find them at. Like I said, they're not on the shelf everywhere yet. You know, it's just another one of those little things where Daisy's trying to get something out there to keep up with everybody, and it is much appreciated. One short. The trigger pull on it is really soft. It's easy to get your hands around, even though the back strap sticks out, you know, quite a bit for a protrusion, because, you know, that's how you lock in the CO2. It's still small enough at the top that a smaller individual could get their hand around it. I mean, see how much trigger room I got. Of course, I got big hands, but there's a lot of room that's in there to be able to work with. You can tell when it's out. Pow! Very, very cool. Be a nice little backyard shooter. It's easy for everybody to be able to use. Remember the safety part. Very important. Cool. Daisy, Powerline, 408. BB and pellet. CO2. Until next time, my name is Charles. This has been Backyard Plinking.